Hi boys and girls, this is our last video for Chocolate Touch and the last video of the summer. Wah wah, me too. So I've been in my classroom already. The good news is we have new desks, so that's exciting. They're bigger and they're shaped like the goldfish cracker. So that's kind of fun too, huh? I will say there's not as much storage space for your things, so you might have to leave some things at home. But I was in your third grade classrooms talking to some of your upcoming teachers, and their classrooms are looking ready for you. So I'm so excited for you. Who do we have out there today? I see Owen and Nathan, Azaria, Peyton's out there, Aiden, Andrew, Ethan. Hi, 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 hi. How are you guys? Okay, so our last chapter of Chocolate Touch, chapter 12, are also our last assignment in our booklet that we have for Chocolate Touch. So today's skill is to analyze, which is basically just thinking about what you read. So analyze is to think about what you're doing. So what was the author trying to teach you in this book? Explain using text evidence. So they're saying, what kind of lesson did you take away from this? And this Chocolate Touch is a real obvious lesson. When they say explain using text evidence, they're just asking you to dig into the text in the book and give examples of when they were trying to teach you the lesson. Okay? I would say maybe 3 sentences for that. Don't forget, capitals at the beginning of sentences and punctuation at the end. Okay? All right, so let's get to it. Chapter 12 has a big sold sign on it. The front door was open, and John rushed into the living room where he had left his mother. She was not there now, but on the chair was a small, wet lace handkerchief. John ran into the dining room and onto the kitchen. As he came to the kitchen door, he heard the ring of silver against crockery. Then he saw a wonderful sight. His mother arranging the coffee things on the tray. He dashed into the kitchen and flung his arms around his mother's waist, sobbing and laughing with relief and joy. There, there, said Mrs. Midas, stroking the hair from John's forehead. You've had a very disturbing day, dear. But in a few minutes we're all going to have supper and everything will be fine. Goodness, I do believe I need some coffee myself. I felt so strange just then in the other room. I really don't know what came over me. The door from the garden opened, and Mr. Midas came in. Before we settle down, Mrs. Midas said to John, have a glass of good, cold milk. You look so hot. And that's a nice picture of John and his mother hugging. Aww. You look so hot. So they didn't know what happened to her. Well, John thought, he certainly wouldn't scare them by telling them. He watched gratefully as his mother took a frosty blue jug from the refrigerator and poured from it a glassful of icy, creamy milk. Trembling with nervousness, John tilted the glass against his open mouth. The liquid flowed in and down his throat and remained purely milky, deliciously milky, tasting of nothing but fresh, clean milk. After the first long, wonderful gulps, he suddenly recalled that he had not thanked the storekeeper for saving his mother. Mother, he said, may I go out for a minute? I'll be right back. All right, John, she said, but supper will be ready in 10 minutes. Don't keep us waiting. John ran briskly down the street until he came to the corner where he always turned right when he was going to Susan's house. There he turned left instead and started along the 2 blocks of unfamiliar street leading to the candy store. Soon he came to the corner where the red brick building had been, but there was no building and no store and, of course, no storekeeper. In the corner of the lot was nothing to be seen but a heap of rusty tin cans and broken bottles surrounding a signboard with new lettering that said, sold. And that is the end of Chocolate Touch. I hope you enjoyed this book. Rumor has it is they do read it in 3rd grade, so if you stuck with us this whole summer, good for you. You are already ahead of the game for 3rd grade. Don't forget to do your analyzing homework for it tonight. And then if you get to keep this, but if you hand this back in to me at the beginning of this school year, I will have a nice little treat for you.